And with that, I want to welcome everybody to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt DiOrio, your host, as always. Tonight we are sans the real Beanied one. He is taking care of some personal affairs
Darn, I thought
tonight.
I could get away with
So,
being the naked face beanied one because it'd be
however,
so different with him being shaved. Like
we
he
are
gains a few shades of white if he
Yeah,
shaves.
you were trying to be the wannabe.
Yeah, the
and we
wannabe.
are joined by the baby-faced Beanied wannabe who actually, you know what, if Jerry shaved, might actually look like who he is. But Theo Walski,
I need some thicker eyebrows too.
yeah, you
The
do.
eyebrows. I need Jake Gyllenhaal
And
eyebrows.
you need to cut a hole out of the top of your beanie, so
So
it's
it
like
sticks out, the hair sticks out.
yes.
Yeah.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, the man with the couch, the maitre d' services, the man, the myth, the legend, the lion's mane, Jason Belidio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going? Another night, another Tuesday. I'm glad you're all here again.
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay, so this may become a regular thing because you are wearing this, but I need an explanation of this possibly Uniqlo
No,
shirt.
this one is actually not Uniqlo. Like,
Okay.
hey, Uniqlo, if you want to send me clothes, like I will rock Uniqlo clothes all day.
Board
All
it out.
Like they have
Yeah.
some very, very comfortable clothing. But no, this is
I mean,
actually
and
one of
most of
my-
them seem to be pretty reasonable in price, so it's not like they would be losing out much money. They get a
Yeah.
lot more in publicity.
Yeah. Size XL, Uniqlo, what's up? Anyways, like no, this is actually one of my homies shirts. He's one of his designs. So
Oh, sweet.
yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
So does that mean it was still a shirt that you got for free though?
No, I paid like $5 for it. Only $5.
Okay.
So,
Close enough to free.
So
sure,
I know
sure.
Theo's already asked about my sticker, and this is something we've been talking about for weeks now, but I officially voted yesterday.
Oh, you didn't get the like the one of those like specialized voted.
This is what my county is giving. It's just a
It's
little
just it's just
tiny.
shiny. You can't really read it.
There you go. There it is.
Okay.
That's it.
Look at that. This
That's
guy
it.
voted twice. My goodness.
Cheater.
Cheater.
Report
That's it. Colorado.
I accidentally grabbed two stickers. I was like going to put this one on. I'm like, why
place
is there
story.
Look at that.
Anyways,
Stealing. Stealing.
So the one thing that Jason's been talking about.
Check for registered family members that aren't old enough to vote, aka his children.
Anyways, no, there is no illegal voter fraud going on here. No, but to Jason's point, right, is something he's been talking about for weeks now, is that even if you don't like who's running for president or whatever like that, there are several things that are on the ballot in your states and your local governments that are very worth it. So
Yeah, especially
here
in
in
counties
Colorado
too.
Yep. So here in Colorado, we've got a couple of things. One, there's some school referendums and stuff like that for our school district here where I live, but also on the state ballot is um, making it part of the Colorado Constitution that allows LGBTQ to get married.
Oh.
At this point, it's just been a civil union. It's not, you were actually not officially allowed to get married. And then we also have codifying a woman's right to choose into the Colorado Constitution, which are both subjects are very close to the heart for me and important, especially the right for gay marriage, because as we know, we have a couple of friends that are dear friends of us from the podcast, part of the Final Fantasy VII crew that, would benefit from that. I've got a couple of friends that or a friend of mine that actually used to work with Theo, and I used to work with him out at IBM, Toby. This will allow him and his civil union partner to actually get married if it passes. So for me, these are social causes that I believe in, and you know what? It just because it's not on the national ballot, it was still needed to vote. So I have done my civic duty, as everyone should be between now and November 6th.
Yeah.
So
hopefully.
I did mail-in ballot, so I don't get no sticker.
Oh.
Well, I went and dropped mine off because I wanted a bagel from the bagel shop here in town. So
Okay. I was about to
Civic Center-
get lost for a second. Like they gave out bagels
Nope.
at your
I wish, right? No, so shout out to Moe's Bagel here in town. Fucking amazing bagels. They are also in Boulder. But yeah, I wanted a bagel and cream cheese, so I swung by the Civic Center, the clerk and recorder, to drop off my ballot, the official drop box, and then went and got my bagel.
Yeah. And
But because
sometimes
you're from New
too.
York, how do the bagels compare to New
They're
York?
bomb. So
How do they
the
compare to New
owners,
York?
oh yeah, they're fantastic. So the owners actually
Okay.
went to New York to learn how to actually make New York bagels. They're not quite as good, but that's because it's just something with the water that just makes
Okay,
shit
that's
back
what I
there
always
taste
hear. It's
better.
something
There's
with the
something in the
water.
water. Only
Something in the
something in the
water.
water.
You know, a lot of these places are near the not so clean part of the Hudson, so I don't know. But baby diapers in the East River.
It's that
Anyways,
special blend of
so
chemical dumping into the
right.
water.
But no, there's something there that like even pizza tastes better. Like pizza dough just tastes better. And it's just something with the water. But um so let's get into this.
Yeah, and even when you get your sticker, sometimes places do have perks. You get.
Yep,
I'm all about the advocate of finding out like, hey, I voted sticker. You get 10% off something. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna be right there with the I voted sticker.
exactly. So let's get to this. This is actually episode 297 tonight.
Oh,
Oof.
boom.
We are three away
Countdown has
from the big
begun.
Yeah.
300. We've already got a couple guests lined up for episode 300, which is a huge milestone. A lot of podcasts don't even make it to 100. So for all of us, all of you that have like stuck with us, whether it's on Twitch, on YouTube, any one of the audio platforms we're on, thank you. Because honestly, we do this, want to hang out too, but to give everybody a distraction from life and give them some laughs and whatnot. So thank you for letting us get to this point. Um, this episode is entitled, and I'm stealing a line from Jason, who stole a line from my previous employer. This is called Be Kind Rewind. Um, so first and foremost, right? So Blade
Good thing Blockbuster
with
isn't around to
it
hit
is.
us hard with
It's online, and there's one
with
singular
copyright and
store
everything.
up in
One
Bend, Oregon,
singular.
which by golly, before it closes, I'm going to go take a trip up there and I want to see if my old employee number still works.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Wait,
there's
isn't
only
there
one left.
wasn't there swore I sent it to you. There's a bar themed after Blockbuster that had
Yeah.
every single one of their drinks as
Yes.
movies on the walls, and you had to have a Blockbuster card as well
Yep.
and everything. It was pretty cool.
Anyways, so first up, Blade, the movie that was going to be starring Mahershala Ali.
The lack thereof.
It was supposed to be coming out next year. It has been removed from Disney's 2025 slate, and it has lost its director.
And
I think
seeing
this
what
is like
happened.
lost the fourth director so
What
far, as well
happened?
as they've lost two primary writers on the script. So like, I'm pretty sure it's dead. And of course, like if you've watched Deadpool and Wolverine, you know the line from Wesley Snipes saying that there will only ever be one Blade. So at least they
Think about that.
prophesized what was
Yeah.
going to happen. They pulled a Simpsons in Deadpool and Wolverine, essentially.
You think that's
Yes, they
it?
did.
You
I'm back.
think that's it though?
No. Well, it's pretty much going the route of Uncharted at this point. I think they're on their second director that's left the project.
I think it's the fourth director and second
Okay,
writer.
fourth director. Okay. Either way, right? As I think if they're smart, they'll shelve it, do something right for Blade, and then do a Deadpool Wolverine and give us a proper send off for Blade.
I have a feeling that they will not be doing Blade if they can't figure out the other movies, because I feel like they were only bringing back Blade for in in conjoin with Moon Knight and all of them. So I don't think that they're gonna
Let's
they
be
can't get
honest.
that
It's
figured
it's
out.
not hard to do a fucking Blade story. He hunts vampires. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but I mean, how are you going to tie it to the universe?
I mean, he's kind of already tied into with
It's pretty easy to tie in the universe. He's just been in the shadows the whole time.
the end of
Oh
it.
my
Well, the end of
God.
what is it? The Eternals. The
Oh
the
The
my
Eternals,
terrible.
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Phase
So
12? Come on, man.
yeah.
I
You
mean,
know?
that's how they're doing bringing in the X-Men is from the Eternals because of the Celestial. That's where they're getting adamantium.
Yep. So
I don't know, man.
all right.
A little
So
much, bro. It's a little
Jason,
bit of a reach trying to get Blade into the
it's not
MCU.
hard. It is not fucking hard.
Nah, dude, come on. Come on, man. Like,
Okay, if it wasn't for Blade, we wouldn't have an MCU.
no, we would still have an
Kind
MCU.
of.
We would still have an
They
MCU.
shot their shot
I
with
think
Howard
the
the Duck
harder
and
thing
failed.
I think the harder thing is going to be introducing vampires into the MCU.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
Why?
yes, it does work because then you'll have, if you ever introduce Jubilee, then Jubilee's gonna have her arc with it. But even still, like, we're talking like before I like after I'm dead, you're gonna have all this
Probably.
craziness, man. Like, I don't know.
So, Jason, I got something for you. This is where our
Presentation
episode comes in.
time.
It's presentation time, dude.
Oh,
We
this
are
part is good,
getting
man.
a VHS tape release.
Mhm.
So, Alien Romulus
Of
will be.
all the things,
It is coming out December 3rd as a limited edition VHS tape to celebrate the 45th anniversary of Alien.
I mean,
Bro,
like,
I thought you would love this.
do they
This is
even
like the
sell
this is
VHS
like the
anymore?
ultimate physical version for you.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Like DVD would have been like, all right, fair enough. But like, how many
So
people do you know still have a VHS player?
Isn't DVD still around?
we were
DVD's
talking
still
about
around.
this. DVD's still around. It's so
Yeah.
Jason, I still have a VHS player,
For
and that is
what?
so I can watch my old like movies from like home
Home
videos and stuff
movies.
like that. But
Like even still, like there are
there's not
things where
many.
you can get it digitalized, like
Oh
you
yeah.
can
And I
digitize
eventually need to
it.
do that, but it's not cheap though. It's not cheap to get it done.
See, I
So,
would almost
um,
prefer like if it could fit a DV or a disc version inside of a VHS box.
Yeah, see, yeah,
however,
that's fair. That's
this
fair.
and when you look at all the articles out there, we're just happen to be looking at the one from The Verge, is that it is going to be a fully functioning VHS tape. It's going to be in 4:3 ratio, which is what we all grew up with on VHS. It's not even going to
Yeah.
be 16:9. That's what it's going to look like. And that is badass.
And
That
this is
invokes
by
And only
Fox, right?
everything.
5 people are gonna buy it because they're gonna be able to just watch it off the VHS. Only five
Well, this
people
is
in the
Fox,
United
so I
States.
mean they're in conjunction with Sony, right? So Sony's probably going
No,
to come out with a new
20th
one.
Century
Okay,
Fox,
no.
no, it's not in conjunction with Sony.
Okay. Anyways, if
Sony,
anybody, Sony's going to come out with one, I bet.
yeah,
A
but
VHS player, a new
this
one.
invokes Alien and Aliens, imagery from the old box art and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I think it's hilarious. To Jason's point, though, like fully
I
functioning,
really hope
who?
that they're not producing more than like 200 total
Yeah,
worldwide.
this is purely
It has to be a pure collector's item.
purely a
Yeah,
collector's item that's never gonna get opened. That's never gonna be like,
Okay,
oh, you know what?
that picture of it potentially
I
being
need
the
this.
box like folded out is pretty badass. I like that. I like
yeah.
that picture.
There it is the cover and whatnot. So, anyways, I think it's hilarious. You know what? They keep stealing shit from my generation anyways. So why the fuck
This,
not try and bring back
this
VHS? Like they
no,
brought back
this is
Turtles,
dumb.
they brought back He-Man, like they're already doing a live action Voltron movie. Fuck it. Bring back VHS.
Remakes, remasters, that's one thing. To literally de-evolve to something like this, oh my God. Oh my God. This is the dumbest move. I'm not gonna lie, I hope they only sell it and people are just gonna buy it blindly because they're gonna say, oh, it's gonna increase in value. but everybody knows they're
At this
only
point,
niche
bring back
markets.
fucking Laserdisc. If you're gonna really do
Might as well
shit,
start having cars with beta tracks
There's
on the
beta.
inside,
actually
man.
there's
Like, what do you
actually
want?
validity in bringing back Laserdisc because
Yes, there is. Why?
I
Tell
don't
me
know if you've
why.
heard, but China has developed a new disc that can actually fit 125 terabytes on it. It's an optical disc.
But do you know why Laserdisc was so much better than even DVD?
No.
So this is the nerd side of me from working at Blockbuster and Best Buy is that so on Laserdisc, the reason you had to flip it is because it was one side was one reel of the movie.
Yeah,
So think about those longer movies where they do flip reels and stuff like that.
I remember those.
So one
They also
side
did the
was one
different
reel.
versions of the aspect ratios. They did 16 by
Correct.
9 on one and 4 by 3 on the other.
If the movie only had one reel, they did it in two different aspect ratios. But if it was say something like would have been like Lord of the Rings, they would have done one part of the movie on one side, the other part on the other. DVD, on the other hand, when it started, and you can go watch the original release of Heat way back with Al Pacino and Val Kilmer, is that all they did was copy paste to compress it to make it all fit on a DVD. So if you go look at the clouds, they're almost identical in a bunch of the different scenes. Even though they were completely in different different spots in the movie and whatnot, in the DVD release, the sky is the fucking same because all they did was copy paste. They're like, oh look, this looks the same. Let's just copy paste it. So, um, anyways, um, it's good for nostalgia at that point for collectors.
Not even,
But
dude.
how
What's the
many?
what's
I
the
mean,
price point?
they haven't said.
It better be like $5,
Yeah, it's
to be honest.
if you're going VHS, like it's gonna be like a
Yeah.
$20, like that's fine. That's
No, it should not be $20, please. Like that's on par with the DVD right now.
no,
You know what it
fair
looks
enough. But
like
I'm
too? The size of the case. It looks like the Titanic VHS that was two
yeah,
tapes.
yeah. I mean, like it's possible. It's possible that they come with like a little a collector's card of authenticity,
Yeah.
maybe like a little movie poster. And
I
that's
don't know.
$20.
Okay. Quick
But
miniature poll, and maybe we'll poll it in the comments too. If you did like VHS, and this looks like it's going to be a sleeve, but do you prefer the sleeve or the Disney plastic one that opened up and locked?
all the snaps.
Yeah, which one do you
Oh.
prefer? Sleeve
Oh,
or the
dude,
snaps?
Slip sleeve.
nah, you gotta have
Okay.
the snaps.
All right, all right.
Snaps all day, man.
I agree with snaps. So 2 against 1.
I
We
mean, I guess that depends though. Is
Cheerio
the
later.
snap case coming with inappropriate imagery on it like Disney did a couple of times?
Oh, jeez. What are you
Have
talking
you
about?
never
Which one are you
seen the
talking about?
original? Have you never seen the original release cover for Little Mermaid on
Yeah,
VHS?
the snaps where they have
It's a straight up dick
yeah,
on the cover.
What?
Yes, go look
yeah,
it
on
I'm
the
up.
looking it
cover
up. I'm looking it up
there's
on the side.
and they
Go
have it
straight
all
look it
over
up.
and all their like there's like if you like reverse image it, it looks like
Okay.
they always have stuff that looks like penises on it.
Yes. So, anyways, it's yeah. So over on the gaming side, a couple pieces of news. So the team at Ubisoft Montpellier that was working on Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown has been officially disbanded because the game did not meet Ubisoft expectations. At this
Okay.
point, what fucking game in Ubisoft's catalog isn't going to disappoint and not meet expectations? Because they have
Their
these super
expectations are a little
insanely
too high,
high.
anyways.
Yeah. So part of that studio is working on Beyond Good and Evil 2, which I honestly at this point we might as well start taking personal bets on how long that thing's going to get delayed for. It's like Skull and Bones. And even the senior producer at for Prince of Persia, he's like, I'm extremely proud of our team's work and passionate Ubisoft Montpellier to create a game that resonated with players and critics alike, and I'm confident in its long-term success. The game is now at the end of its post-launch roadmap with 3 free content updates and 1 DLC that released in September. We are now focusing on making the game available to more players. It was recently launched on Steam and will be available on Mac by winter. Most of the team members who worked on the game have shifted to other projects that will benefit from their expertise. We know players have a love for this brand, and Ubisoft has decided to bring more Prince of Persia experience in the future. If you want to bring more excitement around it or experiences in the future, don't fucking kill the team.
Yeah.
Usually how it
But
goes. But
it's
Especially the
Ubi.
writers.
It's fucking
Especially the writers.
Ubisoft. So at this point,
Feel
like
like Ubi's gonna become the new EA.
EA,
Yeah.
like, and that's the thing is you have some of these teams like you've got the XDefiant team and the Division team, which are great teams. You know, you look at Julian Garrity and his team with Massive. You know, they did Star Wars Outlaws, and that didn't resonate how Ubi expected. At this point, Ubi, I think, just needs to just chill out on their expectations for their games, you know, and maybe come in a little bit lower on your projections. Because now, like with the new Assassin's Creed, they had to kill off the season pass and a couple other things just to make it palatable that people are going to buy it.
Hmm.
So,
for retail price, by the way.
right, to
Because
Jason, I keep looking on PlayStation for sales on Star Wars Outlaws
it's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna be a $10 game soon.
eventually, and I'll buy
Yeah,
it.
I mean, you got Black Friday coming up soon.
Yep,
Watch out for that.
exactly. Jason
Yep.
is not buying a game until Black Friday, just letting you know.
Yeah, I've got enough on my plate game wise and whatnot.
Okay, just to
So
sidetrack, circle back. I'm looking at the Little Mermaid band cover. Like, oh my god, that people are looking for penises for this. I would have never put together a penis on that freaking thing, and that's a reach
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
book.
but it's still there. Now you can never unsee it.
Oh, I can easily
wait,
unsee it
hold
because it
on.
doesn't look that much of a
Which
penis. It's just
cover
a
did you
tip.
what it's more than just a
It's
tip, dude.
primary. There's no balls for one. It's a
There is
shaft
no
and a
balls.
tip.
There is no balls. Yeah.
It's shaft and a tip, but still, it has a reach in my book. Because I mean, like, it's supposed to be a coral based castle, and it's a freaking tower or whatever. But like, come on.
Yeah, I guess you had to see it better.
That-
Like when you see it in person, it really is. It stands out because the original cover didn't even have like all the sparkles really. So you really could see it. Like so anyways,
Okay. All right. Anyways, sidetracked enough.
Anyways.
sidetrack. Anyways,
You know me. I like to talk about penises.
yep. God damn it. Dude, now all of a
Yes,
sudden,
it worked.
that conversation we had on our way to LA Comic Con now comes into play.
Which
Were we
one?
talking about a certain friend of ours' size or the lack thereof? We were giving him shit on handling his response. Like you, I don't remember how it came up, but then it got referenced like you couldn't even measure his size because it was so microscopic. You were in rare form.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You were in rare form at LA
It's
Comic Con.
okay. I
my
wasn't
friend.
even
I
there.
must have. I
So.
must have blacked it out.
Well, that's because you didn't take the time off, Jay. Just saying.
Oh.
We told you for how
we
long?
gave you ample notice, sir. Ample
Anyways.
notice.
So, on the eve of Lego Horizon,
Just
Adventures
remember to
coming
talk
out,
about it every week leading up to.
Yeah. The art director Roy Postman had an interview with Washington Post, and they asked him about Killzone because he's been at the studio since 2000 at Gorilla, and he said basically the studio just wanted to go for a more brighter, vibrant world versus the dark world that Killzone really was. They just decided they were done after Shadowfall, which Shadowfall was absolutely gorgeous and still holds
Amazing.
up. And it's a launch title for the freaking PS4. Like it launched with it. So they just said we needed to refresh the palette. It was by choice the opposite of Killzone. You know, and he added that as far as Gorilla, and no doubt, you know, somebody's concerned, Horizon is a world with wider appeal than Killzone, which is true because they're doing a TV show and stuff for it.
Okay.
Um, and it just has more appeal. He thinks that the themes that the story and the characters represent are relatable for all ages and people, like having a fond family member, friends, whatever, and finding your place in the world. So, um, it is a um I'm okay with it. I would like to see Killzone come back, but I get it with Gorilla. It'd be hard, I think, for another team to really step in and take over for Gorilla. Their gun mechanics were so great, and I need to go back and actually finish Shadowfall. So, um, just want to thank Vengeance CNS, first time in our chat. Thank you for crashing game night with us tonight. Um, we're doing
Bro,
all
I
right.
totally forgot
We're
that there's
down
going to be a
our
Lego
fourth member.
Horizon.
Yeah.
I totally forgot there's going to be
So,
a Lego Horizon.
um, now, the last little bit of news before we get into the major topic tonight, is that, and Jason, I'm kind of glad that you're here for this, is that Masahiro Sakurai, who
Okay.
is the godfather of Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
essentially, um, he posted his final video on his YouTube channel, which is Masahiro Sakurai on creating games, which he's gone in the whole game making processes and stuff like that. And he's been doing this for a couple of years now. But he posted his last video on his channel, and he teased that there's a new project in the works. And
Hmm.
he received, requests for a proposal back in July of 21. And looks like production began kind of around April of 2022. So the question I have for you, Jason, especially since you go to Evo and stuff like that, is that would you like to see another Smash Brothers?
No.
Or B, do you want to see Sakurai do something different?
I don't mind. I don't mind if he does do another Smash Brothers. Um, I feel that it's kind of reached its pinnacle, but then again,
Hmm.
you never know. You never know because we always
I mean, we
assume
all
that
thought
like, oh,
Brawl was, you know,
yeah, but I mean, even like Mortal Kombat, everybody was like, oh,
yep.
it's kind of like done, it's probably past its prime. Marvel vs. Capcom, when Infinite came out, was not handled well with all of the fighting game community. Dragon Ball now has a new one out,
Yep.
um,
Hmm.
and everybody is like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, there's too many characters to choose from. So, it just really depends on like how it's going to be received, how well it's put together. Fighting game wise, if I go to Evo and I see Smash there, not going to be a fan. Going to be quite frank. Going to be honest with you. Not going to be a fan about it. Like the people that go
Like,
to
there's
those
no new
conventions.
strategies with it at all.
Well, no,
There's
it's not that. It's just like the people
there's
that
no
are
off.
associated with it sometimes.
Hmm.
They are too over the
Toxic.
top. Too over the
But
top is the
true.
best word to say without,
Okay.
being
But I'm
too
just saying
harsh.
it doesn't make sense to make another Smash Bros. Because it's always the same mechanics, and you're
But
really
I
only
mean, it's
getting.
it's like it's like Street Fighter, Like Street Fighter for the most part, there are new mechanics, yes, but there are this same gameplay. Call of Duty the same way. Call of Duty the same thing, like from
Yeah.
2000 all the way to 2024. Nothing has changed except for the visuals, the like
I
small
mean,
quality of
Black
life
Ops 3 let us run
issues.
on walls,
Yeah, like the
you
small
know,
quality of life
but
issues that they
mhm.
have, but nothing where it's like, oh my goodness, like this is game breaking, you know?
Well, I
So,
mean, nothing really has game break, but like even at least Mortal Kombat, like they at least have like finishers to differ to bring back that excitement. But I mean, gameplay wise, it's still pretty much the same.
mm, yeah, I mean, like we'll see because
Like if you bring finishers to Smash Bros, I'll take that.
yeah, but no, but right now what they're doing now is a lot of companies are starting to realize that if we cross paths, Akuma being in Tekken, uh Terry Bogard and Mai coming into
Mhm.
Street Fighter, and then now Ken and Chun Li are going into SNK World to the new Fatal Fury. So I mean, like fighting game wise, it's interesting. It's gonna bring out a lot more dimension. You're finally going to be able to play some of these characters on other ones. If Smash does something that like that, which I highly doubt because it is Nintendo, um, there's a possibility of it being something that's like pretty solid. Like
Hmm.
we had freaking Darth Vader in Soul Calibur. We had Yoda in Soul Calibur.
Yes, we
You
did.
know,
Depending on if you were on GameCube or one of the other.
Yeah, if you're on PlayStation or Xbox,
Yeah.
it was there are and people love those because they get to do
Hmm.
something that's out of the ordinary, extraordinary. Mortal Kombat's being smart, grabbing a lot of quote unquote superhero villains
Nice.
in modern time or in shows right now. Invincible. They have
Hmm.
what's his name? Oh God, Ultraman.
Yeah.
No, not Ultraman.
Hmm.
I forgot what his name, but the villain in Invincible. They have Homelander in there, which I still don't agree that they should have had the actual uh the actual actor play the voice acting for all that, you know.
Yeah.
Are you
Um
talking Omni-Man from
Omni-Man,
Invincible?
yes, Omni-Man on
Okay.
Invincible. Yeah, Omni-Man is in so it's like, dude, like there are a lot of stuff where you can just enjoy a lot more of the what's going on in current events. Negan from Walking Dead was in Tekken,
Yeah.
so people will play it. People will be excited for it. So,
Hmm.
Smash just has to do that. Smash had Ryu, and that was like a wow moment. But
And
if
then you
they needed to
got
go in,
Kazuya.
yeah, yeah. So if they have like a moment like that again, then yeah, it's got to be big though.
Well, then eventually brought in like Cloud and Sephiroth
Cloud,
and
yeah.
Sora,
But I mean, like, Sora's was obvious because, you know,
it's
it
Sakurai.
it it meshed well with
Yeah.
the look,
Yep. So I know Jerry's not here to talk about this, but one of the things I want to talk about with everything kind of going on in the world, with, people remembering loved ones, people, losing loved ones and everything else like that is. I want to discuss what are some of your comfort games? So when you're feeling down or, stressed out, what are those games that you gravitate towards to kind of get you feeling a little better, distract you from life?
Start with you, man. You never get to go first.
I never get to go first,
Animal
Sean.
Yeah,
Crossing.
so you go first.
Fuck
Go first
you.
today.
Matt's
God
answer is
damn
Animal
you.
Crossing.
You know what? You
Tell me
don't
I'm
know
wrong.
me.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're wrong.
Tell me I'm wrong. Either Animal Crossing breaks
I
out
mean,
Chrono Trigger,
um,
or
no, so one of them is indeed Animal Crossing. Like just going and chilling on my island. I've been doing a lot, with just trying to get the Halloween decorations out, and yes, I'm freaking time traveling and I don't care
ain't nothing wrong with it.
because I want my island to look awesome. And after my remodel, I kind of erred in my ways and didn't actually build out the decorations that I needed to when I could have.
We're past the age where, or the time where we could like literally log in every day and not have a problem spending an hour or two every day doing
But I
it.
have been, and I
Oh,
still
have
need
you?
the pumpkins. I need the pumpkins.
Okay, but you get a lot more out of the time travel in those 2 hours.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Anyways, but no,
Yeah.
Animal Crossing has always been one of those games that has absolutely just relaxed me when I'm ever stressed, need a distraction. Um, my villagers are awesome, supportive, caring.
Cool
Um,
homies.
cool homies. Um, Another one is Uncharted. That game meant a lot to me back when it first came out. Um, and whatnot. I'll be right back. I'll let you guys.
GA Sun, how about you?
It depends on how much time I have. honestly.
You got lots.
I got lots of time. Um,
We'll dedicate 10 minutes just to your time. Just to you,
10,
full 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like if I had 10 minutes every day,
What?
would that
Oh,
be fair?
no, I
Or
thought you
just,
meant like time on this podcast.
oh,
No,
dude.
infinite amount of time. Just whenever you need to like perk yourself up, distract yourself a little bit, not think about anything, turn the brain off. You
Yeah.
know,
If I'm turning the brain off, actually, it would be something like Ragnarok Online. It is
Ragnarok Online.
super old. Came out just about the same time as Maple Story. Um, literally 2000s game. Um,
I'm looking this up
that
right now.
or Diablo 3, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, either one of those. Because it's a little bit less stress in my mind. Um, those like the RPG things. If I want to go like console and I want to just like unwind for just to puzzle out a little bit, definitely Catherine. Just play through it one time. Um,
Okay.
because each way, like I'll get a different ending, quote unquote. Um, if not, then yeah, like I'll just whatever I'm playing at the moment and just chill out with that. Nothing too crazy. Um, because if I start a game, I'm gonna either want to try and beat it, try to platinum it. And once I'm done, I'm like kind of done with it. Like I really try not to jump back unless it's something that I'm like, oh, I need to play this again. Like I'm going to play this for the seventh time, like Jerry with Red Dead. Like I'll play it once, twice for trophies, three times if I really like it, but that's it.
Well, I mean, like that brings up a good point. Like, do you feel like a prime candidate for a game to be that go-to for escape or whatever, being one that is replayable, like from end to end replayable, not necessarily just
No,
like,
I
okay, I'm
personally
gonna
don't
go in
think
and do
it.
my dailies and peace out type of deal.
Yeah, I feel that like for me, I don't really have a game where it's like that, where I can just be like, I can play this like every like once a year, or like, you know what I feel like playing today? This game. Nah, like
Okay.
it's just more like I'm into it. I'll play it for a little bit, get it out, and then move along, or like go to the next one. Or if I platinum it like I did with like God of War. God of War, I
Hmm.
platinumed it and then just shipped it back out. And they're like, "You didn't play Ragnarok?" No, because gave up the game.
Mm.
Like I feel like once you complete it, then it is done. You know.
So would you maybe say that puzzles give you a bit more of that escape than
Yeah,
video games?
yeah, yeah. I mean, like puzzle games, um,
No, I just mean puzzles.
puzzles.
Yeah,
Oh
do
yeah,
physical puzzles rather
oh
than
yeah,
games
physical
in
puzzles.
general.
Hell yeah, man. That's my like for dang sure escape. I have a puzzle that I need to glue together right now, and it's
Like glue and frame.
grew and put into a portfolio. Like this is the one that I was doing recently.
You can put them in portfolios.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Well, I have like a art portfolio, but that's the one I just did right now or
They fit
recently
in
did.
those, like the
The
art
art,
portfolios,
yeah,
like
the art
the
portfolio, because
like
a
we see
lot of
at like
them.
cons.
Uh,
Fit puzzles.
yeah,
Oh,
like
I didn't think that. I was
artists they
like,
have that big portfolio
yeah,
bag.
but I just kind of figured like since they primarily fit paper, I wouldn't necessarily think they'd fit the thicker puzzles because
No.
it's like what 10 pieces of paper thick type.
Yeah. I mean, like it holds because I glue them onto cardboard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then once I go from the cardboard, it holds, and then once it's glued down, excuse me, the puzzle glue
Yep.
like really holds it down, and don't have to worry about
Okay,
it.
so you don't necessarily have those like super large ones that are like
Mm,
4 foot by 5 foot type.
no, no, not those legends. On
Oh, okay.
average, the 1,000 piece puzzles are about 21 by 30. roughly.
That's still pretty large. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I have an art portfolio for them to sit in.
Mhm.
Nice.
So, anyways, back to my conversation before I had to go take care of two fighting kids. Um, besides Uncharted, I I'm gonna have to say like Mario and Zelda.
Like old school Mario or anything Mario?
We're talking like 2D side-scrolling Mario, with the exception of Wonder because I
Okay.
didn't think Wonder was great. Um, my OG favorite is still Super Mario World. I can jam out to that thing all the freaking time.
The first one?
Super Mario World that launched with the Super Nintendo, where we got to meet Yoshi.
Oh,
Yoshi. Yeah,
okay. I was thinking the one
Um,
that was bundled with Duck Hunt.
that's
What's
Mario.
that game?
That's just
That's
Mario
that's the original
Brothers.
Mario Brothers. But no, that can kiss my ass because yeah. But no, but even like Zelda and Metroid, like they still kind of relax me in some ways. Especially like you look at Zelda, just the music, like
Mm.
especially Ocarina of Time, hands down is great. You are right about Chrono Trigger. I will bust that out sometimes when I need it. Um, I only have it on my iPad, so I have to sync up a controller to be able to play it on my iPad because the touchscreen controls are absolutely horrid. Um,
I don't think it's possible to make good touchscreen controls.
No, it's not.
no, there's not. Um, but yes, to the point though, I do have it installed on my iPad
Oh boy.
right next to two stressful games and Take a Try and Settlers. But
That's fair.
but no, it's like Uncharted out of like all the PlayStation games is pretty much my go-to when I need to
Hmm.
just unwind. That story pulled me out of a kind of like a darker time in my life, when I went through my first divorce and whatnot. And so it's something that I shared with Nolan North at Fan Expo last year. And even Troy Baker, this year at Comic Con LA or LA Comic Con rather. So, it's one of those things that like I make sure to when I meet these actors and stuff like that, like their work actually matters. Like a lot of people just
Hmm.
are just showing up just to get autographs because they're gonna go toss it up on eBay and resell pops or whatever. But like for some of us that are showing up with like art books and stuff just to have them signed by our favorite voice actors and the characters they play, like their work matters and helps people, you know, heal. Like I know a lot of people that play Destiny because it helps them heal from whatever is going on in their lives. Same can be said about even watching shows, right? When met Jonathan Frakes, right, at Fan Expo Denver, I shared with him what Picard season 3 meant to me in helping me deal with the loss of my mom. Last year was a really bad year for that. And if I did not have that show, I might have been an even worse mess, you know, and probably should have started therapy sooner. But that being said, it's, I think that people need to stop judging people for the games they play, right? We've seen the console war, Xbox versus PlayStation versus Nintendo for decades now, and I think it's time for everybody to just let it the fuck go. Because like for me, I will be what 46 next year
God dang.
and 79 baby. Um I
I
will
just
not
wanted to
stop
say
playing
that.
Animal Crossing. I
I just
will
wanted to say
not
that.
stop playing Animal Crossing. I don't care what anybody says. That is a game I've been playing since the original on GameCube, and I will continue to play it. And I love it. It's just everything about the game and what it allows you to do and just the relaxing nature of it, even if Tom Nook is bugging you to repay your mortgage on your house. Um,
That man
but
is
yeah,
the
so
greatest debt collector in the world.
fuck, right?
It's
He's like,
nonstop.
especially
But
if
he
like,
doesn't charge you interest though. There's no interest on
no,
those
but he
loans.
shows
Oh,
up
but
going,
I
where the
mean,
fuck's
like
my
he's like,
money?
oh, you know what? Just kidding.
True,
You owe me
but
this much
still.
now. Like, and people still do it. People still
And you
pay it.
can't do
Like he's
anything
like,
else until you pay me back.
Exactly.
yeah, he's
That
like, I'm gonna
ransom.
charge you. I am not gonna charge you interest, but damn, you gonna pay me.
Yep.
You were
That
locked down, son.
ransom.
You yeah. Oh, you want
You
an
want a new roof
addition
on your
to the
house?
store?
No.
No. You want a basement? No, fuck you. Pay me my money. Right? It's like I love it, but at the same time, it's like, damn, Nintendo, come on. I mean, I guess they're teaching kids how to like deal with adulting later in life, but
You gonna learn
fuck,
Yes, pay
today.
off your debt,
you're
kids.
gonna learn today.
Better yet, don't
Um,
go into debt, kids.
so it it is what it is, but I love it. Like so with that, like
What about you,
I
Theo?
just
You didn't answer. Yeah. Yes, yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
me?
Yeah.
I don't have anything recent, but like through most of my childhood, my best one that like would just shut my head off and have some fun was old school Bomberman on the Game Boy.
Oh, oh,
oh
Game Boy.
Yeah,
dude, I played the shit out of Bomberman, the
Game
Bomberman
Boy.
that was on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
That was
Like the old
like
school top down, just 4x3 map of just trying to kill things
Yeah.
and trying to make my bomb as
Kill you.
long as freaking possible
Of
and
course,
chain
that's the
it as
goal.
best as possible.
That's the goal.
That's what it was. It was.
we might have to do a Bomberman game with all of us.
I've never done multiplayer Bomberman.
It's
I've
fun.
never done that.
It's
It's
fun.
always
So
been
fucking
single
great.
player for me.
Because now you got to actually think about a human opponent instead of the computer. And, back then you could actually beat the computer because they were kind of doing the same patterns. So,
Yes, they were predictable.
um,
Yeah.
you know what, too, for me growing up was Tetris as well.
Hmm.
So, um, it just something about I know how chaotic it was, but I used to do it on Music B, which was the super fast paced tempo shit. I was
I
I
don't think I ever
was
messed with the
I was
music when I did
psychotic.
Tetris.
Um,
Actually, I don't think I ever played with it because I only ever really played Tetris on the Game Boy.
oh, mine was
Uh,
Nintendo, the old school NES. But yeah, I love it.
that
Like
was
I
the
would do the
side
fast
loader, right?
music and yes, the original was the
As
side loader, and then it
the
became the
second
top
version was the
loader.
top version. Okay, I only had, ever had the top
Um,
loader because it was a hand me down.
but yeah, it
Well, it's always nice
is.
to have the fun uncle that's into video games because you'll get hand me downs when you're the favorite nephew.
Oh, you had a Funkle.
Yep, I had Funko.
Um, yeah, so I think honestly, like whatever people need to do to kind of just relax and stuff, they should be able to do it, whether they read, puzzling like Jason,
Yep.
doing mobile games like Jason used to review.
Yep.
Um,
Now puzzles,
and
bro. That's what it turned into. I'm
some
puzzling up.
puzzle. He's doing some mahjong now,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I used to draw when I was younger. That was a thing.
yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of things,
So
lots of escapes, and
my
there's lots of
photography, you know.
yeah. There you go.
Um,
Good one.
but it is one of those things that like I'm interested to see, hopefully people some comment on this and share what some of their favorite games are to relax and enjoy and escape
Yeah.
life. Um, because we all know right now it is hard out there with inflation and whatnot, and you know, it's hard. So everybody needs an escape.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
so like for me, I am going to make an addition to my island. Um, just a little tiny modification to my island. Um, that I'll share with just the podcast mates. Because it's a little everybody will understand it when they see it. Because of what the podcast is going through right now. So with that though, I can't believe it's already that time already. But I want to thank everybody, for crashing game night with us. Vengeance CNS, thank you for crashing with us. It's the first time you joined our chat. Hopefully you were entertained, got some laughs out of it. But with everything going on right now, um, just I want everyone just to please be excellent to each other because we all need it right now. There's some loss going on. People are still recovering from the hurricane that hit
Yeah,
Florida and
the
down there, and
multiple
people,
hurricanes that hit
the
Florida.
multiple, and the people that experienced a lot of flooding in, the Carolinas and whatnot. So, there's people out there that are less fortunate right now, and they need our support and our empathy. So, like Bill and Ted say, just be excellent to each other.
That's right, everybody. Our boy Jay isn't here to send us out or to do his outro like he normally does, but he usually steals my stuff, so I'll say it anyways. So, go out there, please be nice to each other. Um, get some help if you need some help. We're almost at the end of the year. We are
Yep.
approaching the full on holiday season, with Halloween coming up in about a week-ish. Be safe out there, check your candies, check your kids, make sure
Yep.
they're safe. This weekend, when you have Halloween parties, be safe out there as well.
I'm gonna have a
It's
flounder and a Charmander
I mean,
I think it's
like, bro,
Charizard.
you had the
or
ability
Charizard.
to do Magikarp instead of Flounder, but that's okay. That's okay.
Wanted to be flounder.
Yeah, it's okay.
So
That's okay. That's okay.
Magikarp is useless. At least Flounder can talk and it's fun.
Dude,
It's true.
how dare you diss Magikarp like that?
Freaking
Did you watch?
Magikarp
Did you
is
watch
useless.
Detective Pikachu? You don't kick Magikarp, but then it turns into Gyarados, and you
Doesn't
do.
matter if you kick him or not. He's not. Magikarp is useless.
He's worthless until he
Flash, he
becomes
missed.
Gyarados.
Flash, he
Yep.
missed.
But
So
anyways, support your local neighborhoods. Like I've been saying, since I have a little bit extra time and I'm stealing some of Jerry's time. Um, go out there. Please do vote. Like Matt was saying at the start of the podcast. Yeah, your counties do have small proposition ballots. They have small little
yep.
addendums that they need to address, and those are more effective in the community that you live in, the community that you're area
Correct.
that you're at. So it does make a difference, at least in that sense. Even if you don't want to vote for our next president, those small ballots still do count a lot
Hmm.
because there's only so many counties or so many votes
Correct.
in every county. But like since I was taking up Jerry's time a little bit, you know what time it is? It's my time, and you know what happens in my time? Theo, my man, send us off like you normally do.
Well, in good Jerry fashion. Thank you, my nerds. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Till next time, TTFN. That's all for now.
Good night, everybody.